Hi, I'm Brian Trenchard-Smith, and this is Trailers from Hell. War is the scourge of mankind, and yet we remain addicted to it. Traditionally, the elites of one nation covet the assets or the spheres of influence of another nation. A pretext is found, bloodlust aroused, a higher purpose invoked. The rich dispatch the poor to do the fighting, large numbers of people die, rinse and repeat. On the movie screen, such an inconvenient truth generally makes for bad box office, as we've seen with the recent crop of anti-Iraq war movies. Successful war movies tend to be part of the institutional glorification process, by focusing on the genuine heroism of the poor buggers at the business end of combat. War brings out the best and the worst in us. Hell to Eternity is a rare true story about a soldier whose moral compass swung from good to bad, then back, as he carried out acts of compassion to Japanese soldiers and civilians at great personal risk. Guy Gabaldon was an East LA Latino orphan taken in and raised by a Japanese family through whom he learnt Japanese customs and language. After Pearl Harbor, the family was shipped off to an internment camp while Guy joined the Marines. During the 1944 invasion of Saipan, Guy turned from murderous rage at the death of so many friends to sympathy for the starving enemy under orders never to surrender. So without authorization, he went behind enemy lines and used his language skills to persuade groups of Japanese soldiers to give up. On one occasion, he brought in a column of 800 Japanese troops single-handed, for which he was awarded the Navy Cross. I guess it's typical of Hollywood in 1960 that they didn't dare have a Latino play a Latino hero. Here's a picture taken on location of the real Guy Gabaldon kneeling in front of the actor who plays him, Jeffrey Hunter, on the left, alongside co-stars David Janssen and Vic Damone. The trailer for Hell to Eternity takes that play-it-safe policy even further by showing nothing of Guy growing up in a Japanese home, nor the internment of his adoptive parents. Take a look. From the title cards and stentorian commentary of this trailer, you can recognize the kind of war movie mocked by the loudspeaker announcements in Robert Altman's MASH. It's a pure rah-rah gung-ho, those lovable lugs Marine Corps sell. Yet that is not the tone nor the purpose of the actual movie at all. In fact, it has more social comment and moral nuance than regular war movies of the day. This is due to Phil Carlson, an underrated B-movie director with A-movie skills. In hindsight, his beach landing evokes Saving Private Ryan, and his tough-minded approach to soldiering grounds the film in a reality only previously achieved on this budget level by Sam Fuller. However, these films always had to include standard cliched scenes of those lovable lugs on shore leave with lame comedy horseplay, drinking, and dames. Carlson understood audience expectations and quickly cut to the chase, introducing a prolonged, if tame, striptease sequence clearly implying off-screen promiscuity.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, now that's what we're really fighting for, not Ma's apple pie. Hey, how about that? I got a front row seat, I'm not even bald. If anybody asks you, I went that way.
Carlson stages the battle scenes with a ferocity unequaled in previous war movies. It was the first time I'd seen blood squibs on the screen, though several of them were cut by the British censor. The Saipan campaign was recreated on the island of Okinawa, with the Marine 3rd Division engaging in hand-to-hand combat with local Japanese extras trained by a World War II Japanese veteran. Must have been a lot of mixed emotions on both sides, I imagine. Jeffrey Hunter's strong performance led to Nicholas Ray casting him as Jesus Christ in King of Kings. David Janssen went on to the big score of his career playing Dr. Richard Kimball in the long-running series The Fugitive. Vic Damone took the role in the hope of adding movies to his successful singing career. Patricia Owens, whose biggest picture the year before was The Fly, does her best with the hackneyed role of uptight war correspondent who only needs a few drinks to unravel and steam up the screen. But Carlson handles the standard tropes of the genre with vigor. The early Japanese family scenes, barely hinted at in the trailer, are sensitively observed and include an early role by Star Trek's George Takei. Carlson's strong visual sense is evident throughout, and you can see it in his other movies too. Long tracking shots, deep focus compositions with an eye for geometric balance, and scenes staged on hills with multi-layered backgrounds. He understood how to tell a story with a camera, and he deserved a bigger career. But at least one movie finally made him rich. He owned a big chunk of 1973's Walking Tall, which was a runaway success across the world.
Bye.